Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and I'm also a doctoral student of psychology. Today, I want to talk about how to regain respect for yourself when an avoidant disrespects you. When somebody disrespects you, regardless of what it is, sometimes people who were not raised in an environment where they don't know how to set boundaries, they don't know how to respect themselves, what they do is they move in a very black and white way. And so they're going to think that respect means something it's not because they were not raised properly to understand what respect looks like. And I'm not saying it's your negligence as to why this happened, but typically it's because maybe your parents didn't teach you and they constantly crossed your boundaries to such a point where now you don't know what to do. And so often people who feel like they're being disrespected or not taken care of, they use very extreme measures. Example might be silent treatment, cutting people off, and they don't understand that an avoidant will not read that as respect. And so if they disrespect you, they might not realize it either because they're taught from their parents that talking in a very direct way is how they were taught. So they don't realize that by doing that, that's disrespectful towards you. And then you try to set that boundary, and that boundary becomes so extreme that they think, okay, you're just trying to get some sort of attention from me, or you're just trying to get me to react and I don't really know what you want. You're not being clear. And so because of this constant dynamic, a lot of couples are like in a back and forth type of situation. I'm not calling anyone out specifically. I know some of you guys have had consultation calls with me. You might think I'm calling you out specifically. If I didn't tell you this, it doesn't apply to you. However, if you feel like it does, you're welcome to watch the video, right? But it's to help everybody. It's not just the people I have calls with or that I see weekly or every now and again. It's just for anybody who might feel like this fits, okay? And if you want a call with me and you feel like that will help your dynamic or help you, that is pinned in the comments. And if that is not the best option for you, I also have an email service. A lot of you guys have sent me emails as well, and my emails are detailed. It's not like just one sentence. You guys know, right? It's like a page or two, sometimes 3 or 4, depending on the situation. So I'm not just, and it's usually in a PDF file. I'm not just giving you a very basic perspective. I care about all of my cases, right? I'm always caring about my cases. And if you want to book a call with me, you can write whatever you need in that box and I will read it. You guys know I will read it so that I can give you the most out of your time. Okay. And so how do you regain respect for yourself when an avoidant disrespects you? And what does this do for the relationship? It allows them to learn to respect you and their feelings for you become more prominent because respect and love is very close for avoidance. And so if they continuously disrespect you and you behave in a way that they don't understand is supposed to be responded with respect or what they might think is more respectful, the relationship is just going to be back and forth and very confusing. And so the first one is interesting. It's the hardest one of the hardest ones, okay? But it's not what you think it is. Communicate your mistakes in the dynamic directly and actively work on it. Why does this have to do with them disrespecting you? Because it shows 2 things. It shows you take accountability, which means you have self-worth, okay? And it puts change in the idea of the avoidance mind, okay? I'm saying this as someone who used to be avoidant and I know how this works because this is exactly one of the main things that started happening when I was changing. I saw other people changing other things. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but that's why I'm trying to tell you. When you actively put the concept of change in avoidance mind and you take it in such an easy way, you communicate your mistakes clearly and you work on it, they start thinking, oh, change is not a bad thing. It's not like a triggering, offensive thing, right? Because that's how it felt like. I'm not even trying to mock an avoidant. I'm almost like mocking my previous self because that's what it felt like, right? Anytime someone told me to change, I would be so defensive and triggered and whatever because I'm like, okay, so you don't like me the way I am, so I'm a flaw. And it's like, that's not what they're trying to say at all. But I took it like some type of way, right? And so when they see that you don't take it like that, they kind of get a flashlight on themselves. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it? Okay. Yeah, I kind of see that change is like a normal. It doesn't mean that something's wrong with me. Change is okay, right? They start getting comfortable with the concept of change. And why this is really important is you start communicating change is okay. In this relationship, change is part of life, but it's not in a triggering, pressuring, forceful way. It's a good, positive thing. It shows that you respect yourself and you respect them, which is why you're making that change. They will mimic that, okay? And so let's give an example. I know I tend to give you the silent treatment when I'm mad and I'm working on communicating better. I think a part of it is I'm over investing. And so I want to back off a little bit. right? I feel when I overinvest, I get frustrated that you don't meet me where I'm at. So I'm deciding, so that I don't give you the silent treatment, I want to give a little bit of space. I will still text you and I'll still be there for you, but I also want to focus on my hobbies and myself. So you have stated that I want to change. I made mistakes. I give you a silent treatment and I realize why I give you the silent treatment. It's because I overinvest and I get upset. And so I'm going to stop overinvesting and I'm going to step back. I'm still going to text you, but I'm focusing on myself. Right there, you took responsibility, but you didn't fully say, okay, I'm going to change. I guess I'm the only person that changes, and becoming very resentful of it. No,